Welcome to this Yin Yoga practice. This practice is designed for deep relaxation and to give you a full body stretch. I'm not using any props today, however you're welcome to use them if you'd like. In this practice, I'd like you just to let go, surrender, and really come present here on your mat. Before we get going, don't forget to subscribe as 2 new practices come out every week. And I'd love if you give this video a like or a comment, as that will really support the channel and make me very happy. Now, when you're ready, let's start right here in a comfortable cross-legged seated position. So let's settle into our cross-legged seated position. Sitting up nice and high on the sit bones, just resting the hands lightly on the knees. Find length all the way from the tailbone, all the way up through the spine, through to the back of the neck here, and then pressing up through the crown of the head. And then from there, I just want you to close your eyes. Bring one hand to your belly, doesn't matter which one, and the other hand to your chest. And we're just going to focus in on the breath moving in and out of the body. So we inhale and exhale through the nose. Breathing in, expanding through the rib cage. And then breathing out. Breath flows out of the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Each breath about a 4 count, slow 4 counts, just in your own time now. Stay with the breath. And whatever time of day it is for you, or whatever is going on in your life right now, I want you just to really let that go and just be right here in the present on your mat. One more full breath right where you are. And then let's bring the hands back to the knees and open the eyes. We're just going to start by gently warming up the body, so moving the joints, moving the muscles before we come deeper into our stretches. Let's just start with some neck circles. So head tilts to the right side. Drop down through the center. Keep this nice and gentle and come to the left. Back through center. So keep this nice and gentle, feeling into each part of the movement and stay with the breath. One more each side. And back to the right. And then from there, I want you to bring your fingertips just behind your head. Just going to work through our upper back a little. So closing off, chest draws in, elbows touch if they can. And then open wide, opening through the chest, lifting the heart. Let's take 3 more. Exhale as you close in. And as you inhale, think of expanding through the rib cage, drawing the breath into the body, closing off. And really use your back muscles here. So through the upper back, as you open through the shoulders, through the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, closing off once more. Last one. Breath in, deep breath, expanding through the rib cage. And back to center. Let's just move through the upper body now. So reaching the right hand down, lifting the left arm, inhale, length through both sides of the body here. And once again, we're just warming up through the body. Come down through the center. And let's just walk the hands over to the left side. Lifting the arm, And then from there, hands come down just slightly behind you, lifting the heart. Eye gaze can come high. And let's walk back the other way, reaching over to the left. Fingertips trying to touch the side wall. Walk the hands down through the center. Just finding movement into the body, coming out of the mind, into the body. Releasing, relaxing, lifting high. And let's take that once more each side. Reaching over, stretching through the left side, coming down through the center, curving the back over here, starting to get some mobility through the spine. Reach to the left, stretching through the right side, and up. Back around the other way. Curving the back over, rounding the spine. Reaching to the right, stretching through the left side, and looking high. Gentle arch through the upper back. Beautiful. All right, let's just come to a tabletop position. We're going to just mobilize through our torso still. So from here, I want your wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips, belly just drawing in lightly to protect the lower back. We'll take circular cat and cow. So circling around one way, chest comes through, and then press the back high to the sky. And again, let's take 4 each way. Nice and slow, feeling into each part of the movement. Just trying to release tension, find movement. And then when you've taken 4 that way, let's go back the other way. Round, chest comes through, arch through the back. Really working through the side bodies with this stretch. So not just front and back, but through the sides. Building body awareness as we move. And once you've finished that, just come to a neutral position in tabletop. So from here, let's just press out through one leg. So toe on the ground, hips and shoulders stay nice and square, core is engaged. Just pressing through that leg. So you may feel this stretch through the calf, through the lower back side of the leg, and maybe even a little through the hamstring. Let's take the other side. Toes come out, pressing through the leg. Hips and shoulders nice and square to your mat. All right, pressing up into downward facing dog. This will be the most active part of the class, I promise. Toes tuck under, knees come off, draw the belly in, sit bones to the high diagonal behind you. Heels pressing down, really push the mat away with the arms. Bend these knees as much as you need. Let's pedal through the feet if that feels good. Just stretching a little more through the backs of the legs. And then from there, let's just walk gently up to the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart in parallel. Just bring the chest over the thighs. Keep the knees nice and bent here. And the arms can stay long or take the back of the elbows. And let's just hang forward in ragdoll. Maybe give the head a little shake. Deep breaths. Just finding length through the back of the body. Feel the space between the vertebrae lengthen away. One more full breath here, expanding through the back ribs. And then hands come down, and let's walk the feet back out to downward facing dog. And from here, let's come deeper into our stretches. So we're going to take swan pose or 90-90. Bring the right leg through. Now for 90-90, feet are flexed, both legs are bent, and you're sitting evenly between both legs. Or if you want to come to swan pose, heel comes in towards the groin, roll this top hip over, lengthen the back leg out, come up nice and tall. And wherever you are, inhale, then exhale, folding forward, bringing the gaze inward and feeling that real sense of surrender here. Just really letting go. Send the breath down into the hip space. And as you breathe, can you relax a little more into the posture? Find a little more release than you thought you had. When the mind wanders off into the past or the future, just come back to the breath and anchor the mind here in the present through the breath. Now when you're ready, let's walk the hands up. We'll press back to our downward dog. One full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Other leg comes through. Find your position, so either 90-90 or swan pose. And once you've found your position, find length through the spine. Take an inhale and then exhale, folding forward. Once again, bringing the gaze inward. Seeing if your energy is starting to shift. Deep, full breaths, sending the breath down to the hip space, finding that sense of release and surrender. And then from there, push the hands back into the mat. Bring this back leg through. Let's come to extended puppy. So we're really going to melt the heart through the arms here. You might want to take the knees a little wider. You can come up onto the toes there if you like. Stretch the arms long, melt the heart through. Forehead comes to the mat. Finding that beautiful stretch through the shoulders, that gentle upper back bend. If it gets a little much here, just come to child's pose. Beautiful. All right, coming out of it, we're coming to single leg frog pose. You're welcome to take double leg if you like. So from here, just pressing yourself down onto the mat. Let's just take one leg out. So bending the right leg at a 90-degree angle. Foot is flexed to protect the knee joint. And then feel the hips just sinking into the mat. You can take your hand position wherever you like. You might like them under your head or even out if that feels good for you. And once again, just sending the breath down into the hip space. Exploring that stretch through the right hip. Let's lower that leg down and take the other side. So left leg bends up, foot slightly flexed to protect the knee. And once again, find the hand position that works for you. And then deep breaths, releasing tension through the hips. Just really trying to let go here. Whatever you're holding on to physically, mentally, or emotionally, just let it go. And when you're ready, just gently release the leg down. You might want to just give them a quick shake. So just rotating the thigh bone in the hip socket a different way. All right, we're coming to a chest stretch. So reaching one arm long. From there, let's bring it to 45 degrees. 90 degrees, I should say. Knee comes over. Head comes down and just stretching through the chest. Come back the other way. So other arm out at a 90-degree angle, head turns to the side of the mat, take the leg over and just find your chest stretch. Beautiful. All right, pushing back. Let's come to a wide leg seated position. Knees as bent as you need. So you can be here if that's best for you, or take the legs a little wider. But remember, we want to keep this fairly restorative. We do want to stretch, but we don't want it to be too intense. Feet are flexed, knees and feet are pointing up towards the ceiling. Let's walk the hands forward. And wherever you are here, really bring the gaze inward. And let the dreamer in you come out. So now's the time to think about the dreams you have. Give yourself space just to sit in this posture. Let your spirit just dream. Deep breaths, opening up through the inner thighs, through the hips. Walking the hands back up. We'll take a side stretch here. Sitting up nice and tall, hand comes down to the calf. Inhale, exhale over. Reaching the torso away from the pelvis. And other side. Hand comes down, lifting over, and let the body fall sideways over the leg. Steady breaths through the whole body. Just turn to face it, and legs come up the wall. It's a great posture to let our lymphatic system have a break. Takes the weight off the legs and feet. And just really calms the nervous system. So we'll stay here for a little while. The mind starts jumping around as it tends to do. Just really come back to the breath. Come back into the body. Just slowly bring yourself out of that position, and we'll come down to lay on our mats. Let's take a twist. So bringing option to take whichever twist you like. I'm just going to take knees together today. And arm position, whatever works for you. I'm just going to open through the chest with arms and cactus arms here. You can turn the head if it feels good. All we're doing here is really giving some beautiful medicine to the spine. Deep breaths. Twists are so important for longevity of our spines. Open a little more across the chest and through the heart. And then let's nice and gently come to the other side. So knees come to the back of the room. Taking the arm position that works for you today. And then really find that beautiful twist. Trying to really twist a little more through the rib cage and open through the heart and across the shoulders. Keep those breaths really expanding through the rib cage on the inhale. The ribs draw back in on the exhale. And then let's come to happy baby. Taking the hand position that works for you. So either behind the knees, to the lower legs, or maybe peace fingers to the big toes. Draw the knees down. And once again, sending the breath right down into the hip space. And can you actively think of releasing tension there? Any tension or any stress often travels down into our hips. So really think of opening up and releasing through the hips. If your mind starts to wander off into the future, as it can tend to do as we get towards the end of our class, just come back to the breath and stay right here. Just really giving yourself this time. Giving yourself this time will help every activity, everything you need to do in the future. And then from there, let's come to Savasana. So legs come long, feet about hip width apart, toes just dropping outwards, and then hands just resting outside your mat. And take this time really for deep rest. Breathing in, belly lifts, and exhale, belly lowers down, breath flows away. Breathing in fresh, new energy, new life. And then exhaling, finding calm, finding center. Just stay there with your breath. And really feel the weight of your body just sinking into the earth. No need to hold on. Finding deep rest and that sense of surrender and letting go. And I will leave you here in Savasana today. I hope you enjoyed our beautiful Yin Yoga practice and are feeling stretched, relaxed, with all the tension and worries released away. Namaste.